I think that the Pharisees were definitely misunderstood. Now, I don't think they were misunderstood in the way of they're actually good. They are bad, but I think what's wrong with the Pharisees is often misunderstood by modern people. And what the Pharisees would do is, first of all, one thing we need to understand, the Pharisees were well liked. You know what I mean? These were people that were respected, that were honored. I think sometimes we read the Bible and we don't like the Pharisees because we know that they're villains. But at the time, people didn't really know they were villains. You know, they were well liked. They got the greetings in the marketplace. They got the best spots at the table, kind of thing. Like, people enjoyed the Pharisees. And what the Pharisees would do is that they would create rules that weren't in the Bible, right? They would create rules that God didn't command, but they were rules that people liked. And I think that the reason they liked them was because they were very easy to follow. They didn't really compromise you very much, like in the eyes of the world. Like, they were fairly easy to follow. And even if people didn't like you, you could still kind of pat yourself on the back because you're so godly, because you followed these easy rules. And here's the key of it. They were easy rules that were highly visible. High visibility. It's not something that's secret between you and God. It's a high visibility, easy rule to follow that makes you look really pious. It makes you look really good. It's in everybody's face. Everybody can see it. You know, when Jesus talks about the loud greetings at the marketplace, well, everyone was hearing that, right? The prayers that are just loud, and everyone was hearing that. It wasn't like a secret prayer closet where you're actually being faithful. It's, I want to be seen doing this holy thing. That's what the Pharisees would often do. And today, what happens with modern Pharisees is that they do the same exact thing. This is a video that I saw Woke Preacher Clips post from Rick Warren. And the people right now, let me just say this again. I've said this many times. If you are saying that Christians ought to get the vaccines because Christians need to love their neighbor as their self, you are adding to the law of God. There is no law in the book. I've read it many times. There's nothing in the book that says you need to inject yourself with a chemical in order to love your neighbor. If you don't want people to die, you must inject yourself with this chemical. That's a requirement of the law of God. There's nothing like that. So when you say that love your neighbor as yourself requires wearing a mask, getting a vaccine, whatever it is, you're adding to the law of God. And I am making the case here that you're adding to the law of God in the same way that the Pharisees did. In other words, it's a very easy one to follow and very easy command. It's very visible, and it's going to get you a lot of accolades. It's going to get you pats on the back. Let's listen to what Pastor Rick Warren has to say here. Woke Preacher Clips
Any
editing is
thoughts
getting so
about
good.
the pastors who are saying, hey, the government's trying to suppress the church by not allowing us open, or now there's a conversation about, well, we're going to get shut down on YouTube or social media accounts because we're Christians. Anything you want to say into that space to those who are worried that freedoms are being curtailed on, like, in a discriminatory way?
Yeah, I totally reject that. The very fact that people tried to politicize a pandemic is just dumb.
Those were just liberals politicizing the pandemic over and over and over and over again. And so this is the scam that these idiots run. That's like, your enemy politicizes it, and then you say, hey, wait, no. And then because you said no, now you're the one politicizing it. Don't fall for that scam. It's ridiculous.
This is a safety issue, not a First Amendment issue. Now, you might have a case if everything else opened up except the church. Okay, but we're not being discriminated against. We went an entire football season. Sporting events are shut down. There are no concerts going on. The theaters are shut down. Restaurants in Southern California are shut down. If we were the only ones, yeah, I would be the first to raise my hand and say, we're being discriminated
No, you
against.
wouldn't. You would never, ever raise your hand because you're a coward and because you worship the state. You would never, ever raise your hand. You wuss.
This is not a discrimination issue. This is a healthcare issue.
Yeah, this is a good point. I mean, again, and I don't know if you heard this during the middle of the video, but Woke Preacher Clips, man, you get a thumbs up for me. Your editing has been killing it lately. But yeah, this is a losing argument anyway. This is a stupid argument anyway. Only an idiot would make an argument like this, where it's like, well, as long as everybody's shut down, then like it's totally not a First Amendment issue. It's totally not a religious freedom issue. It's like, that's ridiculous, right? That's not the standard. The standard is God says, I go to worship. You have no authority over me. That's it. That's it. And, of course, it's very easy to find examples of that in the scripture. Daniel's a good one. He didn't say, the king didn't say, well, it's just the Jews that can't, pray or whatever. And he didn't say, they said everybody, right? Well, according to Rick Warren, that's totally fine because it was not discriminatory. Guys, it takes like 5 seconds of thinking to think that one through. Don't let these idiots think for you.